Okay, so I'm going to show you how to make a bead stringing self-contained shoebox task. So you're just going to need, you can do this with one string essentially, or you could do it with multiples. You can do it where they have to string them by color or just string any beads. Doesn't really matter how you want to do it. Makes difference by your kids. I'm going to do it where they're going to do it in by color, but you can certainly do it more easily. I'm going to do it with a plastic bin. I'll show you an example with one of a cardboard bin that's a little bit easier to make. It's just not as pretty as this one. And so I'm just twisting these pipe cleaners because they're very cheap and very flimsy. So I'm just going to use 3 of those. I'm going to need an X-Acto knife. This is a plastic shoebox, and I'm using big beads, but you could use littler ones as well. So the first thing I'm going to need to do is I need to make holes for my pipe cleaners. So I'm just going to take my X-Acto knife and I'm just going to bore 3 holes. A real X-Acto knife does work best for this, I found. You can use scissors, but I find if I just, whoops, that really made it in there. I want one right here. Probably would be better if I just got the drill, but I just don't feel like it. There, that's really what I want. Hopefully that one will work. We'll see. Then what I'm going to do is, oh, and you'll soon do Velcro. Sorry about that. So I'm going to just put Velcro on the bottom of this bin. And then I'm going to put some soft Velcro dots on the top of the shoebox. And just to make sure that they line up, I'm going to do it this way. You could do it obviously with strips. I just happen to have dots handy at the moment. Now that's going to stay put. And I'm going to string my pipe cleaners through the top of my bin. You might have an easier time going from top to bottom since that's the way you did the holes. Just make sure when you get them through that you have a knot at the bottom of them. I may not have made my holes big enough. That one's fine. So now I'm going to want to make sure that I make a big knot at the bottom of this one so it doesn't come out. If I want to, I could cut these if I think they're going to get a little bit too spindly. And then I have my task. So if I want to put them on, so my students are going to come and put the reds on the red, yellow on the yellow, the orange on the orange, So they're not always going to stand up. You just want to make sure that they're not going to fall off. And now it's done, and they can put it in the finish basket. So with this one, it's going to be really easy. I'm just going to take my X-Acto knife, and I'm actually going to, this is a cardboard box, so I'm just going to cut out this circle where I'm actually going to put in my container so I can actually inset it in the box. And then I'm going to make my hole where I can put my clothespin. I'm just going to make this one with one clothespin, so I'm going to make it a very simple task. So I'm going to open up my box, and I folded my clothespin in half, or my pipe cleaner in half, and I'm just going to put that through. And so I'm going to put 2. So for this one, the student only has to do, I'll make them do 3. If 3 will fit on this. My clothespins are very, my pipe cleaners are very flimsy. So I have it folded in half. So then they just have to put those on like that, and they're finished.